白凤梨的。
This year, my program is aimed at internationalization of study. In some sense, many students come to the university, come to the campus, and in the English environment, they might not feel very comfortable. And it's different from the Chinese environment in their middle school. But on the other hand, it's more linked up to the international academic or industrial environment. As you know, Taiwan's industry is getting more and more internationalized, and many companies now, something like TSMC, and others, they are international corporations, and they need people in their everyday speaking. Actually, the terms and maybe the languages are in English, and they have employees from other parts of the world. Using English in your university studies makes you more prepared to go to this international environment. And as we know, these industrial firms, they welcome this kind of programs. And more, if you want to go on further studies, doing a master abroad or a PhD abroad, then this English program suits you very well.
Students are familiar with English. They can easily find sources of information written in English because many information on the internet are written in English.
The advantage is that we can have students that don't speak Chinese to join. So yeah, it allows us to get more international students. And so I think it will help them to communicate technically better. So that you get immediate feedback and you can actually get quite good improvement that you actually get used to, communicating with other people, technically using English, and so that is the international language, so that it's better for you to talk to people from other places, and it's better for international exchange.
When you first come into contact, especially the first year, you need to adapt, to spend time and energy to adapt to this environment, or this so-called new form of studies. But on the other hand, some of you from the American school, and also among you there will be some international students. So for them, it's the same as before, but maybe for most of the students, it's a new environment. Most of the science is in fact started from the Western world. The terminology, the reasoning are closer to English than Chinese in some sense. And also our textbooks are written in English. And well, this makes it comfortable.
Yeah, well, I try to speak slower, and I try to pay more attention to my pronunciation.
In the old days, Chinese is my mother language, so it's more convenient. And teaching English, I need to prepare more. And moreover, I hire 2 TAs. There are 2 international master students, graduate students from Vietnam, who work as TA for this class. And luckily, they are also very responsible and hardworking. They try their best to help the students, and also in grading and giving advices to the students. Another part is I set up scholarships, encouragements for the students, those who perform well in my course. I have some red pockets for them at the end of the class. And then the third thing I did for the class is I have a new exercise platform, WebRock. It's set up in an English environment, and students can go up to this platform and do problems in calculus, and the platform can grade it for them. And so they have immediate response and learn from their mistakes. It seems students in this class, they are willing to spend their time in working with this network, and the performance was in fact a lot higher than what I expected. So these elements help to make this course more successful.
I mean, they can try by, for example, by sitting in this English class, and I think most of the English class actually are video recorded. So I mean, they can find some time. I mean, if they want to, they can find some time to sample it, to experience, to get some experience about this. In fact, I mean, the students who wish to try can also try it with these, with these recordings from elsewhere. Yeah, like I think a lot of this, prestigious schools and like well-known schools, they also have these courses publicly available. Maybe don't get the whole thing, but most of them, I think they have this video and they can try.
Because English is not our first language, so in the beginning you might encounter difficulties. But if you decide to accept the challenge, things will improve. For example, before the class, you can preview the course materials, and after class, you can review the course materials. For engineering courses, typically do not need much vocabulary. So once you are familiar with the vocabulary, you can keep up with the school work more comfortably. My advice is that don't hesitate to ask questions. If you start to ask questions, this means you start to think about a particular problem. And don't take the results presented in the textbook for granted. Because if you take it for granted, you never think about the rationale behind the results. And if you want to learn things well, and you should always ask questions. And your questions is also important for teachers, because teachers can adjust their strategy according to your feedback.
Try to learn something real, and try to spend your time so that when you look back from 10 years, look back from 20 years, when you're actually working, most of you, okay, when you're actually working, spend your time right now so that you won't regret.
The reason why I chose to study in this department is because electrical engineering is the trend of the industry. Also, I think learning in an English environment will make me more competitive. As a student, of course, higher scholarship attracts me the most. Besides, we can learn those specialized knowledge while learning English at the same time. Doesn't that sound attractive to you?
In our freshman year, as we all know, we have basic courses like general physics and calculus. And as for the special courses for EE, in the first semester, we have programming language and digital system design. And in the second semester, we have differential equation, linear algebra, and circuit theory. From time to time, our department will hold some activities that provide us some opportunities to interact with foreign students. And last time I went to an activity to visit a technology company with some foreign students, and we chat and shared some culture with them, and it was a lot of fun.
I joined the swimming team of our school, and besides swimming and practicing, we make friends with foreign students, and that was a new experience for me.
We have the mission of fostering a dynamic, engaging, and inclusive learning environment for all students, not only in the general education area, but also in the enhancement of their English skills. Well, we have this international salon, which is the name of all the activities that we coordinate to help students build up their language skills. So international salon actually is the name of all the series of activities that we coordinate. So we call it International Salon. And it is housed at C1 College, specifically sponsored, designed, and implemented by the Center for EMI Teaching Excellence. Because one of our missions is to help students develop their language skills and build their proficiency, also expand their global views so that they can be more competitive in the international job market. In other words, have more international competitiveness. Just about every week, we coordinate different types of activities. So every day we have different courses. Students will stay to join English table. The discussion topics vary depending on the content of the course. And it's not only for students who are taking or who are enrolled in these courses, but in English table sessions are open to the public. All university students are invited to participate. This is a very good opportunity for students to open up, to step out of their comfort zone, to interact with students from different disciplines, either international students or local students, and they can exchange ideas and they can further discuss topics already discussed in class. There is International Corner lecture series. We invite speakers from the community. Some of them were professors, some of them were diplomats, or they were entrepreneurs. They came to share their work experience, their living experience, work experience, their achievement, all right? And that way they can expand their global views. The English Plaza, we call it English Plaza at the dorm, Air Dome, Monday through Thursday from 4 to 5. 2 international doctoral students lead discussion and also writing activities to improve students' speaking and writing skills. Also, from 5 to 6, Monday through Thursday again, we have 2 tutors. The tutors are there to work with our students. If they have any issues with their homework, they can go join the tutoring session. On Fridays, we have English club with 4 American volunteers. They are friendly, very nice people, very experienced. They have ample experience working with students. So they lead thematic discussions, fun activities to work with our students. And all these are daily discussions open to the public. Any students, as long as you are interested, you want to use your language, you want to practice your English, just come.